Welcome to Meal Prep Made Easy by Cooking Matters. This series will help home cooks make the most of their time in the kitchen by using recipes with shared ingredients to create 3 easy-to-make, delicious meals that will feed your family for days. Today we'll be making black bean soup with sautéed greens, black bean and veggie quesadillas, and clean out the fridge tacos. By planning a menu of 3 dishes with a shared set of core ingredients, you can make a week's worth of cooking both cost and time effective. Throughout the episode, ingredients will be added to the meal prep bank. Banked ingredients will be used again in later recipes. This week, we'll be cooking smart with these core ingredients. Each will be used in more than one dish. Let's find out how.
The first recipe we'll be making today is black bean soup with sautéed greens. The first thing that goes in the pan will be the minced garlic. We're gonna add our onions, our celery, and our carrots. We will sauté those for about 5 to 10 minutes until the vegetables start to soften. So while our veggies are sautéing in the pot, we are going to prepare some of our other ingredients. First up is the apple. We want everything to cook about the same way, and so that ends up being about a 1/4 inch dice. So now that we've finished chopping our apples, we're gonna move on to the next step, which is to mash some black beans with a little bit of our diced tomatoes.
This week's menu has 2 dishes where black beans are the star, so save money by picking up a large can, or money and time by prepping a large batch of dried beans.
All right, so now that our veggies are cooking in the pot, we're gonna add the remaining ingredients to this recipe. We have our black bean and tomato mixture. We're gonna add some additional black beans, 1 can of rinsed corn. We're also gonna add our spices, some cumin and chili powder, as well as some crushed tomatoes and our vegetable broth.
We'll also use corn in the next recipe. You can use canned, frozen, or fresh if corn is in season. Set aside part of a large can or remove kernels from an extra ear of corn. We'll serve our soup with a side of sautéed greens like collards, chard, or kale, which will cook down in just a couple of minutes. We'll be transforming the leftovers into our next recipe, along with some shredded zucchini, another quick cooking veggie that you can get a jump start on while the soup simmers. And that's 1 dish done. You can find full recipes at cookingmatters.org.
So next up in this episode, we will be preparing some black bean and veggie quesadillas. We are going to be using a whole wheat tortilla, some shredded cheese, and the black beans that we used in the black bean and vegetable soup. We'll also be repurposing some of the corn in the veggie mixture that will go inside of the quesadilla. So we shredded some zucchini that we cooked off with some greens, as well as the corn and the spices.
Tortillas freeze easily, so keep a variety of sizes on hand to give almost any leftover a fun new spin by mixing and matching ingredients in tacos.
And what we'll do to make this quesadilla is assemble it in layers. So the first layer will be a little bit of the shredded cheese, and you want to do it on 1/2 so that we can fold this over and cook it. Next we'll add some of the veggie mixture, and finally some black beans. I do like to add a little cheese on top, so that when you cook the quesadilla, it helps to hold it together. And then from there, you're just gonna fold it over, and we'll put it in a sauté pan for a couple minutes to cook on both sides. I will be spraying the pan with a little bit of cooking spray, and turning the heat to about medium. And we wanna cook it about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until it gets brown and crispy.
That's our second dish. This flexible recipe will let you mix it up with whatever you have on hand, like spinach, squash, or bell peppers.
And for our last recipe in this episode, we are gonna be making clean out the fridge tacos. We are gonna be using a bunch of ingredients that you'll have seen in the other recipes in this episode to put together tacos that will use up some of those items that you have hanging around in your fridge, and they will still be delicious. So we are going to start with a couple of taco shells. We have some hard taco shells. We also have some soft taco shells. And the nice thing about this is everyone in your family can make it the way that they like it best. So we're gonna do a couple different versions here. So in the first version, we're gonna add some meat crumbles. This is a lean ground turkey with a can of mashed pinto beans. So you can boost the fiber and the protein content by adding some beans to your taco crumbles. Next, we're going to add some of the leftover black bean and veggie quesadilla filling. So this has a little bit of corn, some spices, some of the leftover spinach, as well as some grated zucchini. We'll add a little bit of lettuce and some tomatoes for garnish, and a little bit of cilantro. So this is one version. The second way that you could make this is by using up the other half of your zucchini. So instead of grating it, we are gonna have it raw, and I cut it into wedges, or matchsticks, whatever your family enjoys. For this one, I think we'll add some black beans. We'll add some salad greens, some cilantro. Put some tomatoes on. And there you have it, 2 different versions of tacos that your family will love. While meal prep does take some planning, it will save you time and money in the long run. These meals will provide several healthy options for your family throughout the week that they will enjoy. For the recipes we covered today and more, you can visit cookingmatters.org. My name is Jessica, and I will see you next time.